Ferran Torres, the Shark.
Yeah, the Shark, bro. How much of a traitor he is, dude.
And that's who's been scoring against
4 goals against his former club, bro.
Damn, that's great. I think he loves scoring against Valencia, huh?
He's a traitor, dude. That's why. That's the reason why,
El
bro.
Tiburón.
The Shark is a traitor, dude. 4 goals. I mean, it's good. You know, they were good goals.
Yeah.
But that just tells you, bro, that if he were to leave Barca, he'll score a hat-trick against us, dude.
Imagine, dude.
Hey, he will, bro.
And then he celebrates with the
Yeah.
with the thing.
Yeah, bro. He's a little traitor, huh?
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Ferran Torres, bro, is like, you know, like we said, right? Ferran Torres is, to me, it's like a type of player that belongs, like, maybe, like, for Valencia.
For Valencia, bro. That's where
know?
he belongs. Where he came from.
And I just feel like, no, he came from City, huh? Because he came from La Cantera de Valencia.
Yeah, so and that's the reason why that one guy from ESPN, the pundit, Mario Kempes, he was bashing him because he came from Valencia. He was there at Valencia. I don't know how many seasons he was there, and then he went to City, and then from City he came to Barca 55 million. But then Mario Kempes was pissed because he was kissing the Barca jersey, the logo.
Oh, and then he was kind of saying, "But that was the point of that."
And he said, "Why are you over there kissing the jersey?" You know, and then you're over there saying sorry. You know, what's the point? Like, just score your goal and that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like, and he said, how many players don't we have where, you know, they go to like 7 different clubs and then they kiss the logo every single.
That's true, dude. That's true. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. You know, the thing about what Ferran Torres, dude, I've always said is that, you know, I thought he cost 55 million, but that during the game, Mario Kempes said it was for 60 million. That's how much he cost Barcelona.
60 million, bro?
60 million, dude. 60 million.
So he cost more than Lewandowski.
Pretty much. Well, I think Lewandowski's pretty much like around. I don't know how exactly it works, but I'm sure it's not like a flat rate. You know, like a 55 million euros. But yeah.
Well, I think with Lewandowski, the thing about Lewandowski is his salary.
Is his wage.
Is I mean, when I found out, and when I was telling you, when I found out his salary, bro, the contract, I was astonished. Imagine, bro, it doesn't make any sense. Imagine paying an aging player more money as they age
every year. Yeah.
Come on, bro. That was such a desperate move for Lewandowski. Against Sevilla, when they played against Sevilla, bro, I was watching him against Sevilla, and he just looks. I mean, yeah, because you're not gonna take that away from him. He still has that killer IQ. Yeah. He still has the number 9 IQ, and where he positions himself where he has to be positioned, right? So of course he's gonna score goals, especially if. You know, you have the actual wingers doing their job, right? Like Lamine Yamal, you know, he's the one that basically created the goal.
Well, it's kind of like an example, right?
Yeah.
Let's go back to like the Euros. Mm-hmm. How good was Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal?
Yeah.
And how good did they make Morata look?
That's true. Yeah, Morata actually looked better than he actually is.
Yeah, in my opinion,
because the wingers were doing their job, and that's the reason why Lewandowski looked. And he was a lethal killer at Bayern Munich because the wingers were doing their job. Yeah,
because you know what, Bayern Munich have always played like that
for
the striker, you know, and I think that's the reason why. Like I think at Barcelona, I kind of figured he was gonna kind of struggle. You know, he's top scorer right now in La Liga, right? Yeah, we can argue about that. Like, people will say, well, you know, how can you go ahead and talk smack about a player who's the top scorer for the club in La Liga? You know,
that's true.
I agree, but the thing about it is like when you go ahead and you look at Lewandowski. In the Champions League, we're gonna be able to see.
But that's where you kind of see
struggles.
That's where you can kind of see the deficits too, though. Like I said, his IQ is still there, but man, he looks slow.
Yeah,
he does look slow. I mean, and it's not to bash him, bro, because I mean, Lewandowski, I think is gonna go down as one of the best strikers in history.
Well, yeah, I agree. I think so. It's like it's gonna be between like obviously top 3 in my opinion from the last 10-15 years has to be Lewandowski, of course. Suarez and Benzema, they're up there.
Yeah, but this proves an argument, bro, on why Ferran Torres, the only thing he's good at is being a traitor. It proves an argument, bro, because think about it, dude. He hasn't been able to bench Lewandowski. If you're Ferran Torres, right, and then you're looking at a 37-year-old striker, and he's outscoring you.
Yeah.
Think about it.
A lot of people are gonna say, well, duh, like he doesn't get as many minutes, but he has.
He's had so many chances. Yeah. Ferran Torres has had so many chances.
Don't forget that Xavi pretty much we said Xavi, he pretty much picked him over Ansu Fati when they loaned down Ansu Fati over to Brighton.
Yeah, he chose him. He chose to keep Ferran Torres. Yeah, and we never understood why Xavi placed so much trust on Ferran Torres, bro.
Yeah.
The amount of trust that he placed on Ferran Torres is kind of crazy to think about it. I've always said, I think Ferran Torres, in my opinion, he has somebody in the inside of the club that he knows, bro. It has to be, dude. A higher up right there in the Barca club that he knows, that has power.
Yeah, because the only way he's still there, bro. Yeah. I'm like, man, maybe we're bashing up Ferran Torres so much, and maybe I'm like, man, maybe I'm talking a lot of smack about Ferran Torres. But no, when you hear Mario Kempes, he says the same thing, dude. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm not tripping. Other people see it
Yeah,
too.
bro, it's because Ferran Torres. I mean, yeah, we're glad. Of course, we're glad if any player scores for Barca, bro. But Ferran Torres, and I'm hoping, bro, that Ferran Torres is one of those players that he's not there next season.
He needs to leave.
I'm hoping that he's not there next season, bro. Because, I don't know if you heard this, but supposedly Barcelona wants to get, they want to go for Isaac.
Isaac. Yeah, I was hearing it from the J.
Which I don't know why, to be honest. I don't think that's a good move for Barca. I don't think that's a striker that Barca need, in my opinion. But, I mean, that just kind of tells you, bro. So what do you put Ferran Torres?
Nah, Ferran Torres needs to leave. In my opinion, Ferran Torres needs to leave, especially because I feel like the backup striker then next season is going to have to be Lewandowski. Right?
Yeah, if he stays there, yeah.
And then let's not forget that we have Olmo.
Yeah, Daniel Olmo, who could, and there you go, bro. Another one who Flick is playing him as a false nine. Why?
Yeah.
Why would he play him as a false nine?
Well, I think
if Ferran Torres was effective, bro, and he would actually take that spot, he wouldn't need to be playing Olmo as a false nine.
Yeah, because he put Olmo as a false nine.
Yeah, bro, he's been placing Olmo as a false nine.
He didn't sub Ferran Torres in. It's clear that Ferran Torres is pretty much
that's
a third option, and I think the only reason why Ferran Torres actually played, when it was because Olmo has been injured. But technically speaking, Ferran Torres is behind Olmo.
That's true, yeah. So then I think Flick has Lewandowski first.
Yeah,
obviously right now, unfortunately.
Olmo second.
He has Olmo second as a false nine, and then he has Ferran Torres as the backup striker, and then I don't know why the last option is Pau Victor, right?
Yeah, you know what? He hasn't gotten a lot of chances.
Yeah, see, there you go, bro. It's like there's some players that really, in my opinion, and he had a hell of a preseason. But there's some players at Barca, that I don't think they get the chances that they should be getting. And then there's players that get the chances, bro, and game after game, they prove that they're not equipped to start for Barca.
I think that John, honestly, is in the same position like Araujo.
Yeah, me too.
Just different position, of course, but same situation. Where we can't come and say, oh, once Araujo comes back from injury, he's for sure guaranteed the spot next to Kovacic.
No.
We saw Araujo and against Sevilla, Barcelona right now in the fleet they play the high line,
Yeah.
And Araujo, he caused the goal because he kind of reacted maybe just a second. Point is he didn't follow the line.
And then another thing too, bro, is that when you see what's his name, Inigo Martinez come in, bro.
Yeah.
And then you see him, bro. I mean, how can you bench that guy, dude? You can't bench that guy. I mean, if I'm a coach and I look at Inigo Martinez, he's having a hell of a season. And to top it off, he's just coming back from injury too.
Yeah.
And he's coming back. He's confident, bro. I mean,
he's hungry for that spot, dude.
He is. I think. I honestly. I don't know how long. I don't know how long Araujo's gonna be out. Do you know how long he's gonna be out?
No, I haven't really seen like the news on.
But it sucks for Araujo, bro. I honestly think that Araujo.
I think he knows.
I think Araujo's gonna leave next season, bro.
You think next season?
I think so, bro. I think that Barca kind of maybe wanted to convince him to sign because they don't want to lose him for cheap money because they knew. I think his contract ended next season. But the thing about it is that if they only have one more season left in the contract, if they go into the final contract without renewing, then a lot of teams use it as leverage
to be able
to negotiate to get a cheaper rate for the player. Yeah. So I think Barca kind of rushed it like, hey, you know what, you gotta sign. And it's basically so they won't let him go for less than 65, which I think it's still low.
Yeah.
I think honestly, bro, if you pay 80 million for the almighty Maguire, bro. Come on, dude.
Hey, Maguire. Like how Flick wants to play, very organized in the back. Sometimes Araujo can kind of mess up.
It's not high line, bro. I think like we said last time. I think if Araujo were to play for like let's say Liverpool against that, next to Van Dijk, where they kind of play like in a low block and they like to counter, right? Even if I don't want to be playing for Real Madrid, I think he'll be really good. I think he will be really good. I think the high line is what kind of messes him up a little bit. I think he struggles to kind of keep the same line as the other defenders.
That was the thing about Valverde's era, dude. Valverde had a pretty good era with Barcelona. Unfortunately, I think we're always gonna look at the failures he kind of had in the Champions League against Roma and Liverpool, But how many league titles did Barcelona won under Valverde?
Yeah, I think I don't forget how many they won. They won all the ones he was there. He was there for 3 seasons, though.
Yeah, I think so.
They won all three in a row.
But he did pretty good.
Oh yeah, bro.
I don't think a lot of fans see it like that though.
No, I don't
because
think
I think
so.
a lot of fans they kind of see like what Pep Guardiola did with the Trevor, Luis Enrique. But I'll tell you something, dude. In my opinion, right, it can kind of sound crazy, but I'm not going based off on titles. Of course, we're always going to go based off on titles.
Yeah, of course.
But I think that the work that Xavi did for Barcelona is a lot better and it's more important, right? Considering the situation that Barcelona were in, than Luis Enrique did. And the reason why I tell you that is because let's not forget that Luis Enrique had a prime trio. The Messi, Suarez, Neymar.
Yeah, no,
he still had a prime Rakitic. He had a semi-aging Iniesta, but he was still good. And then he had Busquets. He pretty much had a really good Barcelona.
Luis Enrique had a hell of a squad.
And under Luis Enrique, that was the time that Barcelona didn't really use players from La Masia. So future-wise, we can't really say that Luis Enrique introduced a lot of players like even how Coman or Xavi had to do.
Well, if you really think about it, bro, let's go back. Which player did Luis Enrique introduce to Barcelona is still there, or was there afterwards?
Yeah,
like he introduced himself.
Yeah. Who?
None. That's what I'm saying. There's none.
Yeah, right.
Well, if you look at Xavi right now, bro, you can count how many players. Kovacic, we can start with Kovacic, Lamine Yamal, right? Gavi, Fermin, Casado. He debuted in him. Yeah, bro, he brought in Martinez, so you can.
Rafinha.
There you go. So you can mention a lot of players that Xavi brought into Barca that are still there, and have actually been impactful for Barca. Whereas Luis Enrique just basically took over, in my opinion, hell of a squad.
Yeah, and that's the reason why, to be honest, dude, what he said about Xavi, if I played like how Xavi's Barcelona played or plays,
Do say that he would on the Xavi they're playing like a Getafe, bro.
That's what he said. He said something like, under Xavi, Barcelona played with long balls, but it's like, okay, dude, let's not forget, right? You had a sick Barcelona squad. Xavi didn't.
Yeah.
Now, can Luis de la Fuente say the same thing about you when you coach Spain then?
That's true.
Right? Because when Luis de la Fuente came, he won the Euros.
Yeah.
And look at the way look at the way Spain were playing on Luis de la Fuente. Let's actually look at it. Pep Guardiola came in, dude, when there was pretty much a Ronaldinho at Barcelona in a sense where he was the main guy. He came in and said, hey, I don't want Ronaldinho, I don't want Deco, and I don't want Eto'o. How many coaches would have said the same thing?
Nah, not many.
And then you have Guardiola still, and he goes ahead and, he introduces Sergio Busquets.
Yeah.
He introduces Pedro Gonzalez. He converted Mascherano when Mascherano pretty much he was not doing good in the CDM position.
Well, he actually brought Mascherano in.
Yeah, he introduced him, and he came from Liverpool, Mascherano, but he came in as a holding midfielder.
He brought Dani Alves.
He brought Dani Alves.
Piqué.
Look, he even put Eric Vidal as left back. Eric Vidal used to play center back.
I think Vidal always used to play as a left back.
So he went to center back.
Yeah, I think
he switched his position.
Pep Guardiola put him as a center back, and he also put Yaya Touré as a center back.
And the thing about it too is, Yaya Touré against Chelsea, remember when him and Drogba were having that sick battle, dude.
Yeah,
but point is, what I'm trying to say is like, if you look at the work that Guardiola did,
that's true.
It's important, because Guardiola came in to a Barcelona side on the right card who pretty much were doing really, really bad.
Yeah, bro, they had I think that's when Rijkaard left Barca that season. I think they got smoked by Real Madrid 4-1.
I've always said, dude, that Pep Guardiola to me has always been a type of manager that has a really good eye for players.
Yeah, he does. The only thing about, what I told you about Guardiola, bro, is I don't think he should have went to the transfer window
for this against City. I agree. I think he should have just ate that bad season up. Since City and Real Madrid have played, I don't think that either one has an advantage against the other.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I don't think they do.
I think they're both coming in at a time where they're not playing the best. But City, bro, is the defense. The one that I think, in my opinion, Mbappe and Vinicius Junior, bro, are gonna find a lot of space.
Yeah,
they're gonna find a lot of space. But I also think that if City play the game in the middle, bro, I think City can also win again.
Well, dude, Barcelona just beat Real Madrid for that same reason, dude.
They leave so many open gaps in the middle, bro. I honestly don't think that that Madrid have their middle. I don't think they have their middle.
Well, I think Madrid, what they're missing, dude, to be honest, I think Madrid are missing a creative midfielder besides Bellingham.
It's because
And the thing about it is, I don't feel like there's a balance for Real Madrid because Real Madrid are playing with that pathetic 4-2-4 formation pretty much. That FIFA formation, you
the
know?
EA formation, bro.
Where it's like, you have Rodrigo, Mbappe, and Vinicius, and then you have Bellingham, right?
Yeah.
And then you have Valverde, and then he's playing with Ceballos.
Yeah, so essentially what's going on is because, I don't know why, I think it's because he's playing Bellingham as a cam. So Bellingham is going up a lot. And the thing about it is that when Bellingham goes up, you basically have a 4-2-4. Because then you have Bellingham, you have Vinicius Jr., you have Mbappe and Rodrigo attacking, right?
Yeah.
And then the ones who have to really do the defensive work is Valverde and then Ceballos. But Ceballos is average, bro.
Fortunately, I think that he kind of reminds me of Pogba when Pogba went to Man United and he was alone.
Yeah, it's like he's alone in the middle.
Yeah.
But you know what though, bro? That just kind of tells you, bro, how good Modric and Kroos were. Honestly, bro, because I think that Modric and Kroos, they made up for a lot of Real Madrid's creativity. Yeah, they had Zidane, bro, but Zidane was like the only one.
Yeah.
I mean, they had Guti, but Guti was more like
Cam.
He was more like a cam. I'm talking about like a three.
Yeah,
three midfielders that you were like, oh yeah, they were dominating football.
For a moment when you were watching the Barcelona versus Sevilla game, it's funny, dude, because I kind of sat back a little bit and I said, you know what? This is a trio that we kind of envisioned Barcelona having, remember?
But since I told you,
Pedri, Gavi, and the John.
But remember, I told you, bro. And I remember we talked about it. I was like, and this is before Pedri came back. This is before Flick. Remember, I told you, I was like, you know what, dude? I think Barca.
I remember you said that.
Can have a better midfielder than Real Madrid. I think they could if they play it right.
Yeah, and in my opinion, they do right now.
Yeah, and I told you, all Barca need to do, in my opinion, bro, is just get a good defensive midfielder.
And
they got it in Casado.
But De Jong, you know what, dude? I feel like De Jong is not bad as a defensive middle because the best game that I've seen De Jong have for Barcelona, in my opinion, till this day, dude, is against Villarreal last season in Xavi.
Yeah.
I think it was last year or the year before that in Xavi.
Yeah.
Where he played a really good game, and it was against Villarreal, I remember. And it was because he wanted that position. And I feel like, you know what, he can have the position, but it's going to be very hard with Casado and once Bernal comes back. I feel like it's going to be hard.
Yeah, and De Jong can do that, bro. But to be honest, bro, like if you were to ask me, like right off the bat, who would be your midfield? What would be your midfield?
So who will be your three middles right now?
For me, it would be Casado, Pedri. Man, it's hard to take Gavi out, bro.
You would put Fermin?
No, it's hard to take Gavi out.
I know, but you would put Fermin?
No, I was thinking about Gavi or De Jong. Casado, Pedri, and I'm thinking about Gavi or De Jong as starting. But it's hard to take out Gavi, bro, because he runs a lot.
Well, you know what, dude?
And he's just... I mean, yeah, he doesn't have the skill set or the creativity on the ball.
He was struggling in this game against Sevilla.
Yeah, and I get it, like, he doesn't have, like... He doesn't have maybe the cuteness with the ball that De Jong has. But, man, he runs a lot, bro. He makes up a lot for that. So it's hard to take him out, dude. I mean, I honestly don't think you can go wrong with either De Jong and Gavi, Pedri and Casado.
So Pedri and Casado for you are the two
definitely
starters,
two starting for sure.
I think I'm with you. I think I will put, in my opinion, to be honest, I think I will have to put Pedri, Casado, and De Jong.
And De Jong, yeah.
Yeah, and I think the reason why is because I feel like De Jong, can kind of still give you the defensive work and the tranquility that you need in the middle. While meanwhile you have Casado, who for me is like.
Yeah,
he's
a workhorse.
Yeah, he's like a Casemiro, the box to box. He does the dirty work, you know.
He's a box to box. He's a box to box midfielder.
And then you have Pedri, dude. Pedri is just.
Bro, but you know,
Pedri's good.
We haven't talked about Pedri, huh? For real?
No, we haven't. But Pedri is good, dude. I like Pedri a lot.
Remember, I told you that I think Pedri is better than Bellingham.
I remember you said that, yeah. But you know what? I'm with you on that.
I'm gonna stick to that.
Yeah, no, I'm with you 100% on that. It's just that I felt that at the time, it was hard to say that about Pedri, just because Pedri was getting injured a lot, dude. But when he was there, yeah, of course, dude, we can see how really good Pedri was.
I'm still gonna. Remember, I told you. What did I tell you? I told you, when fit, 100% fit. Yeah. I'm not talking about who's had a better season. Because last season, Bellingham had a better season, bro. Yeah. I mean, that guy, he debuted for Real Madrid, and honestly, he was pretty outstanding, to be honest. But I told you, when fit, I think Pedri's better than Bellingham. And I'm gonna stick to it, bro. I still think that he's better than Bellingham.
You know what, dude? I'll be honest with you. I mean, people might say, "Nah, this dude's crazy," and I told you the same thing too. I agreed with you. I said, And I will also go a step further, dude, and I will put Musiala over Bellingham. It's just that, in my opinion, I don't think that Musiala gets enough credit because he's playing for Bayern. And I'm not saying Bayern Munich is a small club.
Yeah, no, of course.
But I just also think that, Real Madrid and Barcelona, they always attract, pretty much the world's attention.
Yeah.
But we also can't forget about Musiala because I think, in my opinion, right? Right now it's kind of hard because Musiala, he's been kind of injured too. We didn't see him against, Barcelona. But I think when fit and playing really good, I think it's Pedri, Musiala, and Bellingham, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so too. I think, well, I mean, Musiala, he's good, but I think Musiala has... Well, actually, no, because Bellingham has played as a cam. And
yeah, he's playing as cam.
But doesn't Musiala play more like towards the left, like a left middle?
He can play left middle cam, and he can play center middle.
He can play those 3%. He can play all over the middle, huh?
I think Musiala is good. I just think that, he doesn't get enough attention just because, and it sucks to say, but I think he could be really good. Put Musiala and Real Madrid, or put Musiala and Barcelona. And I don't know if you heard, but that's supposed to be Fleek's dream signing, Musiala. But it's kind of hard. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see Musiala coming into Barcelona. Not that he wouldn't maybe fit in. It's just that we kind of question why, if you knew, right? If Barcelona knew long run, long term, okay, our dream signing is going to be Musiala, why bring Olmo in?
Yeah, that's true. That wouldn't make any sense.
We can argue, dude, that Barcelona can do without Olmo this season.
Yeah, Olmo was just a luxury signing.
Yeah, you don't need, but then you still spend 65 million for that guy.
Yeah.
So, I would have saved that money. We've talked about so many times. One thing about Barcelona that they've done in recent years is that they spend money and players that they shouldn't. And that was with Roque.
Well, honestly, bro, I think that...
Tiger!
Oh, hell yeah. Just smiles. Smile.
I haven't smiled over a year.
I haven't smiled over a year. Well, yeah, of course you're not going to smile, bro. I mean, if I were in your position, I wouldn't be smiling either. Missing all those freaking sitters at Betis.
I think it sucks, dude, when you have a young players like Roque, even Endrick, right? And I feel like sometimes... the decision making that they do, where it's like Barcelona and Real Madrid come calling, right? And I feel like they need to go ahead and learn sometimes, do that. I'm not saying that they're not good for those clubs.
Nah, hell no, bro.
Not right now, though.
I'm saying that they're average.
Endrick? I don't think Endrick is that bad, though, to be honest.
I don't think he's Real Madrid level, though.
Well, I think it's hard to say that just because, I'll tell you something, he's only, 17, 18
I don't think he's going to make it. I don't think he's going to be around.
I don't think he's going to make it just
because let me tell you something.
Too much competition.
When Vinicius got there, I saw it in him, bro.
But who was in the left winger position before Vinicius when he got there?
No, there was nobody.
It was easier for him to hold that position. Right now, Endrick is battling against Rodrigo, Vinicius, Bellingham.
Well, what the position does...
even Brahim Diaz and
play?
even Arda Güler.
What position does Henry play?
Who, Endrick? They put him as a number 9 sometimes.
So he's a striker?
Yeah, but I think in my opinion, I'll see him more like a left winger or even a cam. A right winger, I'm sorry, or a cam.
Nah, bro, I'm gonna call it. They're both average.
You think so?
Yeah, bro.
I think it's hard.
Both Henrique and Roque are average. They're both average.
I think it's hard.
It's because you know what, bro? It's because the thing about it, bro, is that in my opinion, I think a lot of Brazilian players, they think they're better than they are.
Well,
and honestly, bro, who was the last player that, in my opinion, you can say, oh yeah, the last Brazilian?
I don't agree with you, dude, because we cannot forget about Richarlison. Richarlison. You remember when you were telling me the story about Conte?
Oh yeah, he fucked Conte, bro.
He said that he deserved to play, huh? And Conte, what did Conte say?
Conte said it straight up, bro. He's not good enough. Why doesn't Richarlison? He went off in the media.
He got mad.
Why doesn't Richarlison play? He's not good enough. It's simple. He's not good enough.
Yeah.
He said it, bro. And look, what's Richarlison on now? I don't even know where he's at.
He's Tottenham.
He's still there?
I think he's at Tottenham. I don't even know, dude.
I don't even know where he's at, bro.
I think he's at Tottenham.
How much did he cost Tottenham, bro?
You know what? I'm not too sure about.
55 million, bro.
That's how much he cost.
50 or 55 million. Yeah.
What? You know what?
So I'm telling you,
what's wrong with football, dude? Because I'm gonna tell you something.
Overrated little Brazilians, bro. Who was the last Brazilian, bro?
That has
the tag. That has the tag of a true Brazilian, bro. Neymar. Vinicius Jr. comes the closest. I would agree. I think he comes the closest. But besides Vinicius Jr., bro, there's nobody else. Yeah. Who can you really say, oh yeah, that guy's a true Brazilian? He has the
like
Brazilian.
Like the samba, like the little how they used to play back in the early 2000s.
Bro, Brazil, honestly, Brazil as a nation, bro, they haven't produced the amount of players that they should be producing. It's the marketing that the agents are doing because I don't know who in the world is convincing. I mean, to be honest, bro. I mean, we both think that Deco's an idiot, right? I mean, that's true.
Well, yeah.
He's an idiot. I don't think he's doing.
I think that what he's done recently, and in the sense.
No, he's an idiot, bro.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say.
As a sporting director.
Yeah, I think what he's done recently, you know, in a sense where, you know, he salvaged Araujo's contract. But then you can ask, why did he get there?
Yeah, of course.
Why didn't he do it before?
Yeah, of course.
You know, supposedly the age. I don't know who it was. The agent. He was kind of hiding the.
Oh yeah.
He was hiding, you know, the offers Barcelona were trying to give Araujo for his renewal. Right. But the problem is, like I say, why did it go there? So yeah, I agree with you. I honestly believe too that Deco, in my opinion, he's a snake. I've always told you that. He's a little. You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of Randall from Monsters Inc. The little purple lizard dude. I don't know why he reminds me. The way he kind of went about it with Xavi, dude, to me, it proved a lot of show.
Yeah. I mean, it was obvious, bro. It was obvious that Xavi didn't see eye to eye with him for a reason.
Well, let's say why. Let's say why. You remember the story about Puyol and Xavi?
Oh yeah, of course.
When Guardiola got there in 2008.
And you know we found that out afterwards.
Yeah.
When Guardiola got there, he asked the captains. Xavi was one of them. Who in the team right now is not giving the best for Barcelona? And then Xavi said it very clearly. You know what? Deco's one of them. Ronaldinho's another one.
He said it all.
But you cannot get rid of Eto'o because Eto'o, yeah, he has his things, but he gives it all for the club. And Guardiola listened to him, bro. He was one of the captains. Him, Puyol. I forget who the other captain was.
When we say Deco's an idiot, it's not just because, you know, what he's done as a sporting director.
Yeah.
That's one story. The second story was the whole when he told Barcelona that pretty much Barcelona needed to kind of divert themselves
from the playing style.
Which is what
has made Barca, bro. Barca are
since Johan Cruyff.
Yeah, bro.
That's been Barcelona.
That's what's made Barca, and that's what
Barcelona's identity.
Yeah, and that's why we became Barca fans, bro, because of the way their playing style, the way they play. Yeah, they're not always gonna win, you know, and stuff like you. It's football, you know. You can lose, and you can win. But at least they have an identity. They have a playing style. They know what they want. They want to play, and that's evidenced by the players that you've seen, the youngsters that you've seen come out right now.
Yeah,
they already know how to play with the ball. They already know what to do. So that's why we became Barca fans. And you know, for him to say that, bro, in my opinion, come on, dude, like,
I agree with you 100% because I think that the way he went out about it with, you know, like you said, telling Barcelona they need to kind of get away from that playing style. It's just. You're pretty much saying that you need to, you know, get rid of histories of play style.
Right, yeah.
You're in a way, honestly, though, you're kind of disrespecting the idea of like the Johan Cruyff, in my opinion.
The work that was put in by Johan Cruyff,
Pep Guardiola,
also Rijkaard too.
Rijkaard, yeah.
Rijkaard, Pep Guardiola. Luis Enrique not so much, but you know,
even Xavi.
You know, it's like, you know, they're putting the work into it because they're believing this idea. And they're not just believing it, bro, because they've been successful with that idea.
I remember a lot of people sometimes would tell me, like, you're just a fan because of Ronaldinho. No, of course not, dude. A lot of people don't know that the reason why, you know, and I think we can both agree on this, is the reason why we love Barcelona, well, as a club, is simply because, like you said, it's their idea.
Yeah.
They tend to produce players from La Masia.
Yeah.
They have a playing style, and they stick to it. Yeah, of course, here and then, you know, not hearing that, but they'll go to the transfer market to kind of, because sometimes La Masia is never always going to produce you 11 starting players.
Yeah, not always.
You know, you're going to have to sometimes bring a Neymar or Ronaldinho or Luis Suarez, you know, players that will come and, you know, do really good and link up. But the idea of Barcelona should always be there.
It's still there.
And it's there.
Yeah, it's
you
still
know?
there.
So, yeah, I agree with you. I think Deco is Mr. Randall.
But like I was telling you, bro, I honestly don't know. I mean, you know, we said that Deco wasn't there, right? So obviously it was easy to convince him, bro. But honestly, think about it, bro. How much work and how much trickery do you have to do to be able to convince a sporting director that it's world class?
I think Barcelona. I think Barcelona went after Roque just for the simple fact that they didn't want to miss out on potentially, right, having the next battle of generations when it came to Brazilians.
The next Brazilian generation of players. But bro, to be honest, I think supposedly they were gonna go for Henry, right? Barcelona.
I think Barcelona missed out on Henry.
And then Henry rejected them and went for Real Madrid.
They chose Real Madrid.
But you know what, bro? I'm glad about that. To be honest, I'm glad about that because you know what? Like I'm telling you, I told you about Roque. I told you way before. Remember, you even told me, nah, bro. You know, he's still young. You can give him a chance. But I told you, you know what, bro? I just don't see Roque being a Barcelona player at all. I just don't see him. Henrique, bro, I wouldn't see him being a Barca player either. I don't see it, bro. Like, for example, I know like Lamine Yamal, of course, he's special, right? He's a prodigy player. But if you look at Lamine Yamal, for example, bro, you can see it, right? You look at Pedri, bro, you can see it. Even though he didn't come from La Masia, but you can see that he can make it as a Barca player.
But I've always said, dude, and this is the reason why I stick to it. I think that playing for Barcelona, not just because I'm a Barcelona fan, dude, it's the hardest team you can play for.
Yeah.
Let alone the pressure, because Barcelona is a big club.
Yeah, there's not pressure.
Let alone the pressure, but not only that is that you have to come and adapt to the playing style.
Yeah, you have to come and adapt.
That is the reason why, dude, and I've always said, there have been many players that came to Barcelona and they have not made it. And two of those players are going to be, for me, one is going to be Shingrinsky as a defender, and the second one is Zlatan.
Yeah, Zlatan's a big one.
And I'm not saying Zlatan was a bad player.
No, he wasn't.
He was a good player. It's just that for the Barcelona system, he just didn't fit in.
He didn't fit in.
You remember the story that you said about
Bojan? Yeah, that was Bojan said it in the podcast. He said that when he got there, he was only there for one season, but when he got there, during the break after the first half, he told Bojan like, "Hey, I'm dead. I can't do this anymore. I'm dead," because of the pressure that Guardiola will make the forwards put on the defenders coming off the back.
Yeah.
So then Zlatan, obviously he came from Inter, bro, and Inter weren't doing that. Before that he came from Juventus, I think. Zlatan.
He played he also played at
It was mostly Italy, no?
Ajax too.
Oh yeah, he did. He came from Ajax, but he spent most of his time in Italy, you know.
Yeah, he went to.
And Italian football is different, bro. Italian
more
football is
defensive.
different. Yeah, he didn't have to do that kind of work, And then Bojan said like, "Hey, I can't do this," like in first half, bro. And then Bojan said like, "You know what? I do give a lot of credit to Zlatan because I believe he did very well for a total new system that he was not used to, and I think he adapted very well. It's just unfortunately I guess the issues that you have with Guardiola.
Yeah, it's because Guardiola.
So Zlatan wasn't doing too bad. It's just that he had issues with Guardiola. That's what.
Guardiola had his idea of playing football, dude, and
yeah.
Can you argue with that? I mean, he chose Messi over anybody else at that point in that position. I mean,
Messi, bro, you can't argue. Even now, if you were to be like, oh, should Flick, prefer Lamine Yamal over any other striker? Of course he should.
Of course, it's the same way that he should prefer Kubarsi over any other defender.
That's what Flick said. What he said, right? Yeah. That it's Kubarsi, and then the rest have to fight it out.
And I agree with him 100%.
Me too. Yeah,
I agree because I feel like technically speaking, Lamine Yamal should be in that position. He should have a starting role, and so should Pedri, in my opinion, and Kubarsi. Those three players, in my opinion, are the three players that should, in my opinion, be starting for Barcelona.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, the dynamic that they have together, I feel like then you can go ahead and set the other pieces, like the Casado, the Gavi. Fermin came in, dude. Yeah. Fermin came in, and Gavi was kind of struggling in this game against Sevilla.
Yeah.
Fermin comes in, he scores a goal like in a
that's
minute
true.
to being in.
He got the red card too, which I don't think that was a red card, bro.
Come on, dude. You see the replay of Ceballos against
yeah, it's I don't know.
It's freaking biased.
I think that so they were saying supposedly some pundits were saying that that the refs just don't want to go against whatever VAR tells them. So they want to make it seem like they're in union.
Well, I mean,
but you're right. I think
who's gonna get chewed out?
Yeah,
ref.
I think you're right. I think that the ref that's on the field should be the one taking the calls.
Decision.
And should be the one to be able to justify that call. Like, hey, you know what? The VAR told me to look at this play. I looked at it, but even though VAR recommended me to give a red, I don't want to give a red because I didn't think it was a red. Even though VAR recommended me to give a penalty because I don't think it was a penalty, bro. To be honest.
For Barcelona?
No, against Real Madrid.
Oh, against yeah. It's kind of hard to say that it was a clear. So, in my opinion, it's not a penalty if you're seeing it first glance.
Yeah.
But based on the picture, slow motion, I feel like sometimes that can kind of change. The way you view, the way you view things.
I mean, I'll be honest. I think it was a soft penalty. I mean, I'll be honest with you. If Barca would have had a penalty called against them like that, I would have probably been pissed. Because if you look at even to Tchouaméni, he's at the disaster defender. But if you look at Tchouaméni, I mean, the ball had passed, and Tchouaméni wasn't even looking at the player. He just accidentally stepped on him, bro.
That's because Tchouaméni is not a center back.
Yeah, he's not a center back.
He's sloppy in the freaking middle. I mean,
Lamine Yamal chewed him up, bro. He's not too far.
Yeah.
He chewed him up. So, yeah, I mean, Yeah, I agree with you though. I think that, you know, the one who should make the final call should be the ref, bro, on the field. And after that, you know, then the ref goes to the media and whatnot and justifies his call.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter for me. It's cool because, you know, now Barcelona only 2 points away.
Damn, bro, they went from being 10 points at one point behind Real Madrid, right?
Yeah.
To 2 points. But hey, you know what? The same thing happened to Barca too. Remember they were like 10 points ahead of Real Madrid?
Yeah.
And then Real Madrid passed them?
Well, now it's good, you know. I mean, we obviously, you know, I like we've always said, I feel like Flick needs to win La Liga, you know, and that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Unless he wins the Champions League, you know, I'll be like, okay, you know, but then the Liga is what gives you consistency.
You know what, bro? I'm gonna call it. I think Barca are gonna win the Champions League, bro.
You think so?
Yeah, that's why my jerseys here, bro.
You know what, dude? I
have a feeling they are, bro.
I honestly believe, you know, I agree with you.
I have a feeling they're gonna win, dude.
I think that Barcelona, the only team that can probably worry me a little bit right now, to be honest, is Liverpool.
Yeah, Liverpool.
But and we're gonna have to face them at some point to get to the final.
If Barca face Liverpool, bro, and they beat Liverpool, they eliminate Liverpool, I think they're winning. Team do you know, bro, in Europe right now, that when they're at their best, they're so dominant. When they're at their best, like, you know what, like, damn, you know, like.
They have shown what, like, the season plays.
Yeah, this season so far.
Look, I'll be honest with you. Considering how the season has kind of transformed, and nobody expected for Real Madrid. Well, you know, I'll be honest with you. I kind of expected Real Madrid to struggle simply because Mbappe came in.
Yeah.
And I feel like it was going to be a tough transition for Mbappe because, like I always said, Mbappe is not a striker, dude.
Yeah.
I used to watch the PSG games, the Messi, the Messi, Neymar, Mbappe. Mbappe was never a striker. Even Mbappe, he had problems with the PSG coach at the time because he wanted to play the left winger position. But how can you remove Neymar from that? And Neymar at his best. How can you remove Neymar in that position now? So, whatever. Real Madrid, in my opinion, they haven't been playing good.
But I think Mbappe's average, bro.
Yeah. Mbappe? I think Mbappe could be good, but and I think me and you have said it, is that I think Mbappe, I can see him being like in the same level as Henry. Yeah, I think that's as far as he'll go.
Me too. I see him as another Henry, but I'm obviously he's not average. I'm not saying that he's average, but I think the reason why I'm me personally I'm critical with Mbappe, bro, is because of the amount of hype that he's received so far. They made out.
You know, that's football, dude. I think that fans in general in football, they always want to have the next Ronaldinho, the next CR7,
and
the
it's
next
not just
Messi.
the fans, but it's not just the fans, bro. Like the whole world.
Well, you know what it was too,
football.
dude, is that at the age of 18, Mbappe won the World Cup.
Who would have won the World Cup?
Of course, I know. Of course, he was stacked, but Mbappe also didn't look average for that French team. He had a pretty good World Cup in 2018.
Okay, take away Mbappe's speed and pace, bro. What can you really say about Mbappe?
Yeah. I mean, his shooting is not.
His shooting is not the
Killer,
greatest.
you know.
He doesn't have free kicks. He doesn't have headers.
No.
The 1-2s he'll have.
Yeah, he can have the 1-2s
here and there.
Yeah,
but it's not consistently. Like
it's not his best attribute. I think the speed and you know,
take that away, bro. What can you really say about Mbappe that you're like, okay, yeah, that like stands out from everybody else?
But I think that's the reason why he struggled. I think that's the reason why he struggled at Real Madrid, because Real Madrid did not need Mbappe. And I tell you this, Real Madrid didn't need Mbappe. Mbappe needed Real Madrid, right? And a lot of people would be like, well, how can Mbappe go to a club like that? I'll tell you, dude, I wouldn't go to Liverpool if I was Mbappe either. I would have gone to Arsenal. Because I think at Arsenal he would have flourished. Martinelli can't hold that spot down either.
Yeah, that's
I feel like Arsenal in the early 2000s, you know, well, even historically wise, Arsenal have always been there too.
Yeah.
So I feel like Mbappe could have maybe used that, you know, use himself to kind of put Arsenal back in the map. But going to Real Madrid after Real Madrid won the Champions League, dude,
it's hard.
That's hard for any player. The same thing Pep Guardiola said when he went to Bayern Munich and he coached them.
Yeah.
He said it was so hard for him to convince. He said it was so hard for me to convince the players to do something totally different when Hankins had just won the treble with them. How can you do that? How can you be like, hey, you know what? Let me change you because you're not working out. Let me take out Lewandowski. Let me take out Mueller. You know, let me go ahead and switch the poses around. No, the players are going to be like, dude, we just want a treble. So when Mbappe comes to Real Madrid, it's like he's looking at that. He's like, oh man, you know, these dudes just won the Champions League without me. They don't need him. So I feel like that alone has cost Mbappe to play mentally not be there. I think it's been very hard for him to get out of that stage. But I also think that he can do good at Real Madrid if he is given time. But it's going to be very hard because he's not playing in his position. And
I
you
think-
cannot take out Vinicius, who just won the Champions
You
League
can't, bro. See, that's the thing.
from that
though.
spot.
See,
How
that's the
can
thing.
you?
See, that's the thing, bro. I think Vinicius Junior is better than Mbappe on the wing.
I mean, yeah, I can. In small touches, I can agree with you. But Vinicius Junior himself, either sometimes he doesn't have
He
a
has
shot.
off games. He has off games, and
Look,
sometimes
let's
his
talk about
decision making
Vinicius.
is kind of
Look,
like
Vinicius Junior, dude. Where was he against Barcelona? Where was he?
Nowhere.
Where was he against Atletico de Madrid in the weekend?
nowhere.
He got lost. Both games against Barcelona, the 4-0 to Bernabeu, the 5-2 in the Supercopa, and even against right now against Atletico de Madrid, against Liverpool, against AC Milan, bro. Real Madrid have not faced no average teams either. But where has Vinicius Junior been?
This season, he really hasn't been like how he was last season.
Real Madrid are missing a damn striker, dude. A number 9. That's in my
They needed
opinion.
Haaland, bro.
That's who they needed.
They
They
needed
needed a Haaland.
They
Yeah.
didn't need Mbappe, but they got Mbappe because he was like the next hot. See, that's why I'm so critical about him, bro. Because they made it out to seem like PSG and Real Madrid were bad enough for the next R9. When that's not the case, bro.
Well, Real Madrid came
200
200 million on the table, and PSG said no.
Man, imagine.
Well, they have me for free though.
Imagine what you can do with 200 million, bro.
Dude, yeah. Well, I mean, you can get 3 Ferran Torres.
Ferran Torres, bro.
You can get Ferran Torres. You can get Harry Maguire and Richarlison. That's 200. That's 200 million.
That's true, huh?
No, but you know what? Look, being honest. Okay, let's move. Let's move away from Real Madrid. They have the struggles. Anyways, another team that I didn't expect also City. I didn't expect City to go ahead and come and be bad.
That's true, yeah. So
Rodri being injured and tearing his ACL should not have Man City falling
But it
apart.
does, bro. It's crazy
No,
how one player can just.
Yes, but it shouldn't though.
It shouldn't, you're right.
I feel like it's a whole team distraction, and you know what? I'll leave it as this for Man City. The state of Man City where they're at, dude, is plain and simple. Letting go of Walker or Walker leaving Man City in the winter transfer market, pretty much maybe your best right back for City under Guardiola. Leaving the transfer in the winter transfer market says a lot.
Yeah.
They're unstable right now. Then you go and you buy Nico Gonzalez for 60 million because you're so desperate to go ahead and cover that position. And then you get a 19-year-old center back. And like you said, you go ahead.
Expensive, bro.
Yeah, you go ahead and you spend. Look, dude, Savinho, he came in for Man City during the summer. Where is he? I also feel like sometimes, City have bought players that they don't really need, in my opinion.
Let's go with Grealish, bro.
Oh my goodness, Grealish, dude.
I think the Brazilians picked it off from the Brits, bro. This is the only way. I think the Brazilians went to the Premier League and they looked at the agents, they looked at the media, and they said, "Hey, we should do that."
Well, dude,
Honestly,
can you imagine 100 million for Grealish,
80 for
80 for
Maguire.
Maguire, and you know what, dude? I don't know if you heard, but even Madison, the I think he plays for Tottenham.
Who?
Madison, I think he.
Who? That tells you a lot, bro.
Madison, Mount.
Another one.
Mount. Man United just paid 55 million for that, dude.
Can you imagine that, bro? Come on. Bro.
You know what?
Overhyped English players. I mean, I'm not saying that England has.
Bro,
I'm
the
not
last
saying
time
that all the players-
the last time I saw a good English team, bro, was in the early 2000s when Rio, dude, they had Rio Terry, they had Lampard, they had freaking Gerrard,
And those were
they had
not
Rooney.
And those were not overhyped. They were actually
No,
good
they were good players.
They
We
were,
talked about City. We talked about Real Madrid. Technically speaking, they would have been their top candidates to win the Champions League.
Yeah.
But I will say 3 teams for sure, and I'll put a 4th one. All right. First one for me is gonna be Barcelona.
Mhm.
Second, Liverpool. Third, in my opinion, dude, and I think people will sleep on this, it's gonna be Arsenal for me.
No, me too. I agree with you.
And then 4th, I would just put Bayern Munich because Bayern Munich is Bayern Munich. They're always kind of sometimes there.
I think the fourth one would be between Bayern, Real Madrid,
And City.
and City.
Equally, right? And that
I
fourth
think
spot.
so. Yeah, I think so. Because I think Bayern too. They're also kind of.
Whoa, we smacked them 4-0.
Yeah, yeah, we did. We punished them, but I also think that Bayern Munich, I think they're starting something new with what's his name,
Company.
So I think it's gonna take some time, but yeah, bro. I think and Barca, because when we've seen Barca at their best, right? Barca have been pretty dominant, bro.
Yeah, I think they can win the Champions League.
In the middle, bro, and in the final third, when they're at their best, bro, they're effective, they're fast, they move the ball pretty quick. And in the middle, bro, I mean, you have Pedri, Casado, De Jong, even Gavi, Fermin coming in. And they touch the ball like nothing, bro. They move it around. And you're like, damn, if they do it right, bro, and if the defense does their job, they don't do it. They don't have any blunders, bro. I think Barca can win the Champions League this season, bro.
If Barca win the Champions League, dude, would you say it's an excellent season? What would you call an excellent season for Barcelona?
I think an excellent season would be if Barca win 2 titles this season.
Could be Copa. Well, they already won one of Supercopa, but to me, you know.
No, or like the ones that are gonna be disputed towards the end of the season.
So Copa del Rey.
The Copa del Rey, La Liga, and the Champions League.
2 of the 3.
Yeah, bro.
I agree with you, but
I think if they win La Liga and the Copa del Rey, I wouldn't call that an excellent season. I would call that a good season, but not an excellent one. Unless they actually get to either the semi-final or the final of the Champions League. Then I would say, okay, you know what, it was a pretty solid season.
I think it'll be kind of hard seeing Barcelona lose a final of the Champions League, dude.
I know, me too. That's what I'm telling you, bro. Like, I mean, which team do you think that, can come to Barca, and let's say Barca all fired up, and they go against Real Madrid in the final, and they're like, okay. This were the champions. These were the champions of last season in the Champions League. this is 5-2, bro.
You know what? And
no, but I'm being serious, bro. They're going in there and they're like, okay, you know what? Let's go. Let's do what we have to do. Let's move it there. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah, and you know what? And you know what I was gonna say too is that technically speaking, dude, Barcelona when they play good and like you said, when they're there and they're concentrated, they could be good, bro.
Yeah.
They could be good.
They could,
and then,
bro.
it's people might be like, you guys are biased. Because no, I'm being serious. Look at the games.
Oh, Real Madrid, we're not even trying.
Bro, Real Madrid haven't beaten anybody this season, dude. I've named you AC Milan. They lost 3-0. They've lost against Liverpool. They haven't been able to beat Atletico de Madrid twice. And they lost against Barcelona twice.
Yeah, sure.
So let's not go ahead. Barcelona, meanwhile, they beat Bayern Munich. They beat Real Madrid twice. They lost to Atletico de Madrid, but I'll be honest with you, bro.
They dominated
the hell out of Atletico de Madrid.
They dominated that game.
That game against Atletico de Madrid.
Bro, Steven, I was celebrating because he knew, bro. He was running around that pitch because he was like, man, I don't know how we escaped from this one, but we got out of here with a win.
That game against Atletico de Madrid, bro, it reminded me of the one when Barcelona lost against Chelsea.
Yeah.
Torres countered the hell out of Barcelona, But we were just smacking them, dude.
Yeah.
So... the way Barcelona have played, being concentrated. Yes, I agree with you. I think they can win the Champions League.
You call it though? Would you call it?
I think so. Yeah.
But I'll call it, bro. I think so, bro. I think Barca could win the Champions League, and I think they will win the Champions League. And I think that if they do lose it, it's gonna be because they make defensive mistakes. Say if Barca were to right now in the Champions League final, it's against Real Madrid. Let's just say against Real Madrid because they were the former champions.
Yeah. I think I will go with Koundé, of course, right back. I will say I will have to go with Inigo Martinez.
That's fair. Yeah, that's good.
And the reason why I say that's because we beat them 5-2 with
that's true
without Araujo.
Yeah.
And I will go ahead and put Valde. Those will be my four defenders. De Jong, Pedri, Casado in the middle, Yamal.
Ferran Torres, bro.
I will go ahead, put Yamal. I will go ahead and bring back Braithwaite and put Ferran Torres. Nah, it's time for Lewandowski and Rafinha, dude.
Real quick, bro. I watched this one video, bro. And then I was watching the highlights, bro, when Barca were playing. I mean, who were they playing, bro? And their attacking was Braithwaite. The pie?
Dude.
The pie, Braithwaite, and who was the other one, bro?
I took a picture of this.
And then there's one dude comment said, this is what Barca were playing with, and he put a crying emoji, bro. Damn, it's crazy, bro. Because you know what? That was not the long ball, dude.
Look, let's look at this. I took this picture because I saw it on TikTok. It made me laugh. Because it said, cuando dices, viste al Barça, pero no vieron a jugar este equipo. And it's true.
It's true.
We
suffered, bro. We suffered through that, bro.
We saw the decline.
Show it right there, bro. Show it on the screen, bro. Go a little closer. Just go up and show it right there. We suffered that squad right there. Us as Barca fans, real Barca fans, suffered that squad right there, bro.
Dude, look.
Name the squad.
They had Ter Stegen.
Yeah, he was good though.
They had Piqué who was declined. They had introducing Araujo. Ricky Puig.
And then that's right now, right?
You didn't used to like Ricky Puig.
I didn't like him, bro, because when Ricky Puig, he was good with the ball, but man, my goodness, bro, all he kept doing was just side passes, bro.
Yeah.
Side back. And then remember I even told you, bro, I was like, man, teach me how to pass the ball, and I'll be able to do that too for Barcelona.
You have Frankie de Jong. You have Luke de Jong.
Hey, no, he was good though.
Yeah,
he was
Luke
good
de
for
Jong, he was kind of.
We can't bash on Luke de Jong
we
because he
can't.
got us like about 9 points with his headers.
Yeah, remember?
Yeah, I remember.
And then we had Mingenza. Hey, you remember
Mingenza.
Coma, dude? Coma. I remember Coma ate that dude up alive.
Yeah, bro.
He's like, what are you doing? Why do you keep running up?
Mingueza la concha de mi madre.
Yeah,
He
dude.
screamed at him, bro.
Look, he had Eddie Garcia.
Oh my
And
god.
this is not an Eddie Garcia how sometimes right now he plays. You know, this was an Eddie Garcia
A starting Eddie Garcia. This was not a substitute Eddie
who
Garcia.
Man City came and they robbed Barcelona 55 million for Eddie Garcia, dude. I think it was like about 50 to 55 million. That's how much Barcelona paid for
Eddie Garcia?
For Eddie Garcia, for Araujo.
No, bro, wait. No, I think Eddie
25, you
Garcia.
think so?
No, I think Eddie Garcia they got him for free.
You think so?
I think so, bro.
No, I don't think so, bro. I don't
Yeah?
think so. I think that
Let's search it up real quick.
I think that Barcelona paid for Eddie Garcia, and they also paid for.
Bro, don't say that,
Ferran
bro.
Torres.
I'll cry right now.
Dude, and then look, they had Nico Gonzalez. You remember I told you Nico Gonzalez?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know who this guy is. Who Tegla? He might have been like a.
Who's
Yeah,
that?
Espale Canterano. And look, subs, bro. They had Neto, Lenglet, Umtiti, Iñaka Peña. They had Avro Sanz, Comas, Guillermo, Luz de Vega, and then Xavi Hernandez was the coach, bro.
Bro, this is what Xavi
Has to deal
This
with.
is what Xavi had to deal with.
This is the reason why I always tell you,
Xavi's work is so underappreciated,
It's
man.
underappreciated,
Seriously.
dude, and you need to give him a lot of credit. But people be like, you know what? No, because what he, dude, how the hell can you go ahead? This reminds me of. You remember Pep Guardiola when he was trying to like transform City? He was dealing with cliche, Eddie Garcia.
bro, that's
dude.
very similar to. That's very
It's
similar.
You need time.
The
dude.
difference is that City gave Guardiola time, and unfortunately, Barca didn't give Xavi time. But it was the same thing. When Pep got there, bro, he got there. It was a lot of averageness in City.
Yeah.
He had to cleanse that up, bro. And unfortunately, now he's dealing with an aging City. Cleanse it up. Xavi's the same thing, bro. Look at that. Xavi had the players that you could say, oh yeah, he was still good, like Piqué. Decline, bro.
Yeah, people.
He was on his way out. It was like Zabaleta when in cliche, like you said, when Pep Guardiola got to City.
Yeah.
You know, those were players that were already on their way out. No, but look, they got it for free, bro.
Oh, so they did it for free.
Bro, I was about to cry, dude. Don't say that, bro. 55 million.
I thought
for
it
that
was
against-
just, so I guess it was just Ferran Torres then.
It was Ferran Torres, bro, the traitor.
Nah, but you know what? I think that technically speaking, like I said, dude, I will say, for me, top three kind of right now, right? Because things can change,
Yeah.
players can get injured, but right now, if things are right now the way they are, Barcelona, Liverpool, Arsenal in that order,
I
and then
agree.
Bayern Munich, City, and Real Madrid,
I think so too.
and that in that order. But hey, I guess we'll see.
We're calling it. Barca's winning the Champions League.
Yeah, but we need
Treble?
El Shark.
Treble?
Ah man, imagine doing a treble.
Another treble? Third treble?
Damn, imagine that.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I mean, think about it. Now that Barca got close the gap before against Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid, it's on the table, bro.
So if you can bring, but real quick, if you can bring back a Barcelona player, dude, honestly speaking, like in terms of like, man, you know, this guy was so freaking good. Besides Messi, dude, because you know
of
Messi.
course, yeah.
Who would you bring back? I will go first. Breathwaite. Hey, that dude was rich though, bro. He was smart. He invested really good on his money.
Hey, but he was trying to be a little trainer like Ferran Torres, bro.
Yeah,
When he went to Espanyol, he was trying to score against Barca.
Dude, you didn't hear what happened with Breathwaite Espanyol?
No, what happened?
I think there was like some sort of disagreement with his agent. I mean, and the club and himself
Espanyol?
at Espanyol. Yeah, he left.
Oh, he left?
He just left, and I think Espanyol's pretty much they fined him, dude, because he just didn't show up to training one day. Like, screw you guys.
Damn.
But that guy, you know, he was smart with his money. But thing is, come on, dude, we had to watch. Let's talk about the players that we had to watch, dude. Honestly.
Yeah, but Braithwaite, unfortunately.
Braithwaite, you know, unfortunately, dude.
Eddie Garcia as center
Eddie
back.
Garcia, center back, dude.
Ferran Torres as a winger.
I mean, we're still honestly,
still suffering that.
We're still being tortured by that.
yeah, we still are.
Ferran Torres, right? And then you had an aging Piqué.
Yeah.
You had an aging Sergio Roberto.
Jordi Alba.
Jordi Alba, bro.
Oh, Sergio Roberto too, bro. We were tortured with him for a little bit too long too, because I remember real quickly with him against the game against Real Madrid when Real Madrid beat Barcelona in the Copa del Rey 4-0, I think.
Where he was tracking back. And he looked like Torres went out. You know?
Yeah, bro.
Torres in the World Cup.
I was like, why? I was like, you know what? I was like, man, I know that Barcelona's struggling, whatnot, but I mean, whatever. So
Hey, well, the good thing is Barcelona are 22 points, dude, from first place Real Madrid. 1 point from Real Madrid. We caught up. So hey, it's gonna be
Treble.
really good.
Treble's on the table, bro. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Barca win the treble.
You know what?
I wouldn't be
Technically
surprised.
speaking, right now, we're talking about right now. Honestly, it's not because we're delusional, you know.
No,
No,
it's not
I think it's just based off on how Barcelona have been playing. I agree, dude. And you know what? We've talked about this. A lot of teams, dude, they tend to just choke against Real Madrid.
Oh yeah.
And you know what? I will say you brought up a really good point about the reason why Barcelona doesn't choke against Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And why is it?
Because most of the Barca players, especially the ones that are there right now, bro. I mean, since kids they've been playing against Real Madrid.
Yeah, they go.
So they go and
Just
they see a white shirt. They're like, oh yeah, come on, let's go, let's have some fun.
they go to the Bernabeu. They don't care.
That's their second backyard, bro. That's your second backyard. They play it for fun, bro. I mean, honestly, bro, they're playing against Real Madrid for the Barca players that come through the academy, bro. It's not something new.
Yeah, no.
They've been doing they've been doing that their whole not their whole childhood, but
Kubarsi,
childhood pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, all those dudes, yeah.
So they've been doing that since La Masia, playing against Real Madrid because they play against Real Madrid in the youth academies. So when they go to play against Real Madrid in the adult team, in the senior team, they're like, okay, well, I mean, what's the big deal here?
Yeah. They just want to trash them, that's what it is.
Yeah.
The way they won the Champions League in, what was it, 2022?
Yeah, bro. When Benzema won the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah. And dude, they went against PSG. Chelsea choked.
Mm-hmm.
And they played Borussia Dortmund in the final, right?
Yeah, Borussia Dortmund didn't choke. It's just that Borussia
final.
Dortmund didn't have the weaponry, in my opinion. So I don't think they choked.
Well, Borussia Dortmund missed the chance in the freaking final, dude.
Yeah, that's true. Bayern choked though, bro. Remember?
Bayern choked too, yeah.
Yeah. This was that season when the Bayern choked, huh?
Well,
Neuer, he choked, bro. He gave, what is it, Jose Lu?
Jose Lu.
Who gave the almighty Jose Lu, bro?
I think Jose Lu is probably what we see in Torres either for Real Madrid.
Yeah. But you know what though, bro? No, man. At least Jose Lu did score a couple of goals for Real Madrid in the Champions League, important goals.
Yeah.
When has Ferran Torres scored a goal?
I think honestly,
Dortmund.
Yeah, that's it. I think Dortmund.
In the Champions League, when has Ferran Torres scored a goal where you're like, oh man, thank God, thanks to you, we're in the next round? Never.
No.
Jose Lu, he did score that goal against
Chelsea, right?
It was against Bayern Munich. When Neuer he messed up, wow, bro, he left it right there to Jose Lu.
No, but then I think that so it was City, Chelsea, and PSG who choked.
Yeah, there you go, City.
City, dude.
PSG first. Was it Chelsea second?
I think it was Chelsea second and City third.
And then City third. All three teams choked.
And then Barcelona, unfortunately, they weren't there because
Barca never choked against Real Madrid, bro. Barca can lose against Real Madrid, but not because they choked.
Yeah,
they can
not
lose
because and when you mean by choke, I know what you mean. I agree with you. It's not like just because they get like scared, like
Yeah, they get like, oh my God, I'm nervous.
When they lose against Real Madrid, of course, Real Madrid has kind of smacked them too, whatever, beat them as well. But it's because Barcelona also contribute to the way that they play because they play bad. That's it.
But not because they win. They were like, you know what? Oh my goodness, we're we're one goal ahead. It's only 5 or 10 minutes left to the whistle blows. Let's all just sit back and let's all choke. Not because of that. But a lot of teams, they do that. Even City did that, to be honest, bro, against Real Madrid.
Yeah, I agree.
They did that and they choked, bro. So, yeah, I call it treble for Barca.
Triplete.